Welcome to the 138 show with Bobby and Bobby, the two Bobbies. Yeah, it's the first episode of whatever it is we're doing. I guess passing on the knowledge, spreading the truth.
Buddies, Bobbies. We bullshit, we chat, all kinds of shit.
Yeah, we've known each other for 15 years, so we have a long-term friendship with deep connections and understandings and shared research. I have over 20 years research under my belt. So let's pass on what we've gathered. It's going to be a little bit radical compared to what you've been hearing, but I think if you can come along with where we're going, I think you'll understand that there's another way of seeing things, you know, and not just.
It's definitely gonna offend, annoy, piss off some. There's gonna be some cool motherfuckers out there that are on the page. That know what we're talking about or into it. It's gonna be awesome.
So yeah, what we're going to try to do here is keep the show to 30 minutes. In fact, let me look at the clock here.
Oh yeah, you guys are coming.
There we go, 11:45. So 12:15. Let's call it quits. We don't want to browbeat you guys to death or ourselves, and we can go on and on. I'm sure we're going to try to stay on topic, but I know that the dots are all interconnected, and that's the situation you have to keep in mind, folks. Is all the dots make the picture, not just one. So I do agree with David Icke. You must become a dot collector. But as of today, I watched David Icke, and he is really shut down mentally about flat Earth. And you know what? It's really just, David Icke said, I can't, what did he say? I can't be bothered, or, fuck, what did he say? Shit, it was a bit, I was going to talk about it a little bit. He said, yeah, like something like, I can't be bothered, or I don't want to go there, or it's like, basically.
Talk about fucking lesbians.
Yes.
They can't go to the shape of the Earth.
Yes. That's what pissed.
That's the thing. Where's the consistency with people?
That's what instantly pissed me off about David Icke's character right there. Was he was basically saying, I don't have time to research flat Earth. I was like, well, you have time to research bloodlines and histories and lies and every ayahuasca and aliens. You have time to do all that. You know, everything else is on David Icke's plate, but flat Earth. Same with Alex Jones. So I don't know if it's part of the setup or if it's truly a hot issue that wasn't supposed to happen. I don't know, but let's start with the topic, and we'll get to that eventually, maybe another show. I know it might be endless, basically, because
we likely will.
So today's topic, we want to start with basically one of the chief cornerstones, which is the floating eye of the pyramid. That's the chief cornerstone, in case you guys didn't know, of our show and reality here. And the topic today is everything that you know is a lie. So where do you begin with that? And you know, I'm not saying like, hey, macaroni and cheese is fucking, you know. I'm not talking about the simple shit like water's wet, fire's hot, you know, red is red.
We need to drink water.
I'm not talking about that. Okay. Yeah, people sometimes want to run with the fucking statements. And again, you have to understand, folks, that you're dealing with probably, you know, I got 20 years under my belt. Bobby over there's got 10, 15 questioning reality. So together we're at 30 to 40 years of dot collecting. So yeah, a lot of this may not sound sane to you if you haven't collected any dots yet. So, in fact, there's another show we'll do probably on the eighth veil. Somebody wrote a paper called The Eighth Veils that'll really blow your mind, make you understand. But let's get back to topic, which is everything's a lie. And by everything, I mean everything that you think you know that's a heavy-hitting issue or something controlling like money is a lie. No one knows how our money works. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. Most people don't know how the money works or what money is even. Your religions, your government, your aliens. I mean, your school shootings.
The stuff you put in your body, on your body,
Yeah, your food.
in your
Your
mind,
food.
education,
Yes, everything you feed your.
religion.
Yeah, go ahead, Bobby. Take it. Tell me. Bring it.
No, it's just, the list goes on and on. And you can say, like, the shit that truly matters.
Yeah.
You know, we're being led astray. We're being manipulated into basically consumer biobots, for the system. We can't be who we truly are. We can't even fucking learn
No.
where we truly are. Why the hell we're here. None of that stuff that matters. Just buy shit, just work, just be a good, wage slave, and, just take all the lies in. Again, this list goes on and on. We'll cover it, clearly some of that today. But, yeah.
Yeah, so
on this journey.
So for me, right now, today, 2018, some of the biggest lies is the news. And what people need to realize is, I don't watch the TV, I don't watch the news, but, I do watch some YouTubes, I do read articles. I stay abreast of the general consensus reality. I try not to, get too dug into it, because when you do that, and especially from coming from a place of dot collecting, is you start to see that everything's designed for manipulation and not actual news reporting. Even simpletons can agree that the news is very biased and opinionated, and very not much the news with fact gathering, fact proving, and factual reporting. So what you have right now is, I would dare say, 99% of all the news articles in your major publications and broadcasts are manipulated, scripted stories to some or 100% extent. There might be, a hurricane hits. Yeah, we can all agree. Yeah, the hurricane hit. They're going to report on that, and they'll use their little formula to report the news on that, so it goes along with the other bullshit. So you're used to the way they feed you. But the thing is people, they're busy, they're inundated, they work, they're looking for, love or money or lust or, fun or relaxation. So, you don't want to spend a lot of time questioning reality or thinking too deeply, because you got stuff to do. So you sit down to watch the evening news for 15 minutes, and you get your little fucking brain parasite. Your daily brain parasite gets reimplanted or fed, and you keep buying and playing along with what I've called the global game monopoly matrix system of slavery. And that is our reality. There's two realities. There's the flesh and blood, real you, and, atoms and rocks and birds and air and natural law. But on top of that has been laid down this imaginary, illusionary construct that I call monopoly. It's just like a board game. You don't have a dog or a hat or a shoe. You have your social security number, because there's too many players. And they have the bank, and they're the bankers, and they print the money, and the money is paper currency backed by nothing. So we're all playing Monopoly, basically, in essence, but with our fucking lives. You can't walk. You can't walk. Yeah, you can't walk away from this game. You're born. As soon as you're fucking born. Me. I was born in 70, ish. So, I was born in the 70s, and, I got a number. So kids now are probably being microchipped at this point somewhere, So, and hell, shit, probably parents are opening Facebook accounts for their fucking brand new infants. Let's make him a brand new fucking Facebook. We could start with his baby pictures, I mean, I bet you that's happening, very Truman Show. So everyone is forced. You have no choice. As soon as you pop out of your mom's vagina, boom, you have a number, and the system is ready to make money on you, because you're not going to go dig ditches in Mexico. You're an American, or you're a fucking European. There's a lot of things you're not going to do, most likely. So you're going to play. You're going to go along to get along. You're going to do what your family does, your friends do, your church does, your school does. You're going to go along. And so the bottom line is, when a human being is born, it's a blank slate. It could be anything. but we have a system in order right now, and it's theirs. It's not ours. It's not the free peoples of the world. It's some cabal of assholes. And you know what? I don't want to point fingers or name names. You know why? We'll never fucking prove it. We'll just debate till the cows go home. It's just, I call them psychopaths. A group of fucking psychopaths are in power because they fucking make, well, what is saying they live? He who has the gold makes the rules. So the people that have the gold made the rules, and this has been going on for at least comfortably. You know, again, David Icke is a gatekeeper, but he has done some good homework. And to be a good gatekeeper, you have to have truth mixed with lies, just like the Bible, just like Jones. So, you know, comfortably you can trace back our modern human history 6,000 years to the beginnings of government, religion, and money and institutions like that. And it went to Rome, and then Rome ruled the world. You know, the sun never set on Rome. And then Rome fell, but Rome didn't evaporate. Rome just became America. So America...
It has systems that are still being used. I mean.
Yeah, systems, words, languages, numbers. I mean, it didn't. It's all still here. Capitol Hill, politicians. Yeah, Congress, democracy, republics. You know, you name it. It's all. Yeah, that's a. There you go. Here you go, guys. Part of everything's a lie. What's democracy? Well, if you watch TV, you'll hear every day, democracy, democracy, democracy. The president, democracy, 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 democracy. Well, I tell everyone, one of the first dots to wake you up is to look at the definition of democracy. And democracy is the worst form of government, people. It's majority rule, minority lose. So let's just use media. Let's say everyone's straight and heterosexual and they hate transgenders, so they have a vote. And 51% of the heteros say, let's kill all the transgenders. Well, you know what? Under a democracy, the transgenders are dead. Or vice versa. Let's say everyone's transgender, and you're the only fucking natural, you know, or 49% of you are natural heterosexual people, you know, the way it used to be for a long time. So now you're dead, if that's the end result. So it's bestly put as two wolves and a sheep deciding what to have for dinner. That's democracy.
Right.
And I'll tell you this, we're not democracy. We're not democracy because, you know, demon crazy is actually another way of saying it, demon crazy. But you could say your fucking Pledge of Allegiance. Go ahead, Bob. You say a Pledge of Allegiance. I'm not going to say that. Oh, no, just say the, no, just say the first.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the Republic.
Right there. Wait, stop. Yeah. And to what? What'd you say? There you go. What's a republic, Bobby?
Republic. It's a representative republic. It's not a democracy.
In a republic, you can vote on some things, but you cannot fucking vote on everything. You can't vote to take away the right to bear arms. You can't vote away your right to protect yourself. You can't vote away your right to fucking feed yourself. You can't vote away your right to not be a fucking human being. And that's the fucking problem in this fucked up country, and the fucking news, and the fucking TV shows, and the fucking night show hosts, and the fucking movie stars. They all fucking parrot.
But you know, that's a good example. Is where it's not a democracy, but they will say that every day.
Every day.
In the news and on social media, you know, the kids in high school that are fed up about dumb shit, you know, they're you know, manipulated into whatever, you know, those in fucking power, you know, that want them to do. They're gonna easily manipulate them. I mean, you know, indoctrination, education system is basically a manipulation machine. You know, it's just go into your spot, just go in right there. You're number 105, you know, go right over there. You know, it's basically, you know, where we get 138 and we go that more, you know, in the future.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah. But I mean, but that's just one example, you know, it's democracy. You know, and there's so many. We're inundated. It's surrounding us.
So
let's go on and on, you know, as we're being manipulated, as we're being lied to. And, you know, one of those things, you know, if they repeat it enough, it just becomes truth. It just becomes, you know, and that's what they do. They just repeat it, every station. It's all over social media.
Oh, fuck. That fucking
Yeah.
social media. So the older people are dying, and they're fucking impotent in every way possible. Okay, so no one cares about the old folks really anymore. They don't matter. They don't have any voting or buying power, in the system right now. So it's the fucking young people. Well, the goddamn internet and the social media is everyone's fucking crack cocaine now. So people say, "Oh, I don't watch TV. I don't watch the news." I hear that all the fucking time.
Sure.
And but you know what they are? They're watching social media. And you know what's fucked up? And this is good, David Icke. This is good, David Icke here. David Icke says the sheeple out sheep the sheepdog. So now you don't have the TV barking at you. You have your friends and family. Oh, you believe what? Oh, what are you? Because of the sound bites they picked up from their social media and from their fucking news. And so what you have is you have all these stupid, mindless sheeple making each other be afraid to use words and say sentences and think about things. And it just, all these sheep and sheeple
Yeah.
controlling.
The line.
Yeah, they're towing the line, and it's not even. And that's what's just fucked up is, I love that meme. I see slaves everywhere, from Sixth Sense. That's what I see. I see free range slaves. Everyone, and again, Matrix said it, it's a prison for your mind. But back to democracy. Listen, folks, this is not complicated, and that's the problem with the system, and even people who might mean well. Is bread and butter. A doctor, if he only has Tylenol, then you can have Tylenol, at home. You don't need a doctor. So, what I mean by that is that this is simple. Please, that point of how confused and mentally ill we are with the word democracy should be a huge dot, a big dot, that something is wrong with what you are, what you believe, what you've been told, and how things really work. So again, we're a republic, but you know what? It works like a democracy. In fact, actually, no, it works more like a fascist dictatorship. Behind the doors, they tell us we have the right to vote, but who counts the fucking votes? And again,
Right.
folks. So back to the main topic of everything's a lie. Well,
who decides on the candidates?
Well, exactly.
Can you and I go for president and have a chance? That's not going to work. That's not how it works.
No, we'll talk about that. Let me hit this one. So on everything's a lie. 3 years, we'll have a whole show on this. On 3 years ago, I came across flat Earth reluctantly and fucking kicking and screaming. I didn't want to look into it, but I am a dot collector and I am not afraid of truth, no matter what it may be. So I went ahead and looked into it. And you know what? Flat Earth resonated with a lot of my fucking dots. And I never thought to question the shape of where the fucking my feet are planted. So I dug into it. And lo and behold, 3 years later, I'm 99% sure the Earth's a fucking flat plane at this point. So that's what I'm trying to say, is it doesn't have to be complicated. Just look at the confusion of democracy and how our country was founded upon, and you'll see that things definitely work way different than you think they do, and this is not the way it is. So, hopefully we can start taking calls at some point in the future or having some guests on. I look forward to hearing that. Definitely comments. We're going to have the comments always open on all the videos for all the lovers, the haters, and the in-betweeners. And let's talk about it. Everything's a lie.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Bobby,
are we done? Is it at 30 minutes already?
No, I don't know. I don't think so. I think we laid down a lot of truth here, Bobby. No, we got 50. Well, actually, we got 10 minutes, Bobby.
Okay.
So go ahead.
Just to split it, just to add some stuff. Yeah, this is new. It's a new thing. It's gonna get better. It's gonna get more solid. We're gonna get some followers.
Followers. I need followers. Sub. Yes, some fellowers. Hey, fellowers. We don't want sheeple. We don't want followers. We don't want to be idolized for our knowledge. We want a fellowship.
you know, it puts us on the same, followers. Is like, I'm above you, you're following me.
Here, I hate to say,
Eat it all up.
I hate to say it again, but I look, folks, I will give credit where credit is fucking due, okay? I hate Donald Trump, but if he actually said something worth repeating, I would repeat it. I can't think of nothing right now, but anyways.
What does he say?
David Icke, back to David Icke. David Icke said, none of us have all the answers, but all of us have some of the answers. And that's why we want a fellowship. Where we get fellow people who are navigating the mystery and enigma that life is, we might be able to figure out what the fuck it is we're doing here and get through the lies. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to blow away religion. We're going to blow away government. We're going to blow away the David Icke status quo, fucking immaterial holographic matrix fucking concepts. And we're going to show you guys that there is truth that can be eaten that is self-evident. And that's the way it is. There are deep, self-evident truths that are there for anyone to witness and digest that will point you in what is what. And you're going to find out the world and people are very, very confused and very sick. And you may seem crazy because you're the only one who is truly fucking seeing shit for what it really is.
Yes. I'm going to say this too. About the fellowship. Bobby and I, we're talking about, like, it's just, the fellowship, Lord of the Rings, and probably like that movie, watch it, whatever. So, there's a fellowship. You could say the heroes that got together, people, get together, buddies, heroes.
Well, yeah, heroes.
Finding the fellowship, other heroes, just other people, speakers. Yeah, some, on YouTube here and there, right? But, to really connect with them, to, hang out with them, it's been really difficult. It just seems like this divide of those that you could say are seeking more material, not the, more spiritual, not the criminal, not like inside and the work here being white, anything, the middle class, just like this gray area, this middle,
Yeah.
It's like more and more are being bullshit. And then there's some few truth seekers, that, and we've even seen like some of those are fake. I mean, he even brought up David Icke, they controlled off of, controlled, in a way. Give out some truth, Alex Jones, let me throw some truth out there.
Yep.
We got to get some of it, some of these people that you could say are in, right? And let's get them over to just keep feeding them enough bullshit to keep them away from really, you could say, flat Earth, or just really just continuing to dig.
Here you go. When you start to escape the left-right paradigm, the fucking Coke versus Pepsi, the Nike versus Reebok, the black versus white, the man versus woman, the queer versus straight. When you start to break free of the fucking left-right, fucking divide and conquer elementary school fucking yard bullshit, and you start to go to the gray area, well, you have gatekeepers to wrestle you into the third party, like the Libertarian Party. And we're going to talk to probably Michael Badnarik. He's a friend of mine, actually. I can actually honestly say that. He ran for president, Libertarian Party, 2004. And he'll say the Libertarian Party is a joke and it's dead. So this is the guy who ran for president on the Libertarian ticket. And this is a big dot, folks. This is a guy who I know personally. It's not hearsay. I can testify in court. Is with experiential knowledge. He is saying to me, Libertarian Party is a joke. So, folks, what are you going to do now? Now that you woke up a little bit, you run to the fucking Libertarian Party to see if you can't, still stay in humanity. I don't want to go to the woods yet. I'm going to be a libertarian. I'll fix the world. There's hope. Now here you go, folks. Here's the truth. All the movies, books, everything talks about hope. And the system, a system that has a fucking grip around your throat, that's a hopeless fucking thing, wants to give you hope because hope is what keeps you alive in hell. So they have the lottery, they have elections, they have, yes, I'm not saying everything is bad in this world, but under the system, it's a very dark prisoner, free-range slave, wage slave system society, which we'll get into deeper, but they want to keep this fucking false hope alive. So they have everybody hoping tomorrow's a better day while they put up with the evil in front of them. And it's been said about Christians that the Christians waiting for the rapture are letting the world go to shit because they're waiting for Jesus to fix it. And what if there is no rapture? What if Jesus doesn't show up? Well, then you just let the fucking world turn to shit. Now what do you have? So there you go, folks.
The bullshit thing in Christianity is, what are we? It's like we're supposed to be the caretakers. Oh, you have dominion. That's the word, right?
Yeah, dominion.
So teach that to the people. They have, this is your place. Don't respect fucking everybody else. Don't respect animals and nature, right? We have dominion. We're the kings here,
Well, a big dot for me, folks. A big guy is Jordan Maxwell. He's a very 70-ish-year-old man who's done a lot of homework in a lot of libraries. I'm assuming it's all true what he says he's done, but you can hear from his words and his knowledge. It'll resonate, and you can go do your own goddamn homework and find out that pretty much everything he says is the truth. I don't like his stance on outer space, but that's me from Flat Earth 3 years ago, having a wake up. But anyways, Jordan Maxwell has a lot of, what's the word? Etymology, where words come from. So you'll hear us talk about words, folks. They're not that complicated. They're pretty simple, and sometimes they tell lie vision. I mean, you don't have to get too jiggy with this shit. They're actually just telling you what it is. TV programming. They're programming you with this fucking Black Mirror. Yeah, it's a.
Watching programs.
You're programmed, man.
What's your favorite
Program.
program?
I love program. We have terrorists. Person of interest 24. Oh my God, CSI.
Have you seen season 5?
Season. And and these are people that have no lives. They have a shit job, and they wanna see something better. So they watch the show. It looks good. It's produced, $1 million show. Highly paid quality actors, good fucking effects. That's hard. To not fight against, folks. So yes.
We could go a little bit deeper too, or you could say a lot deeper. And when you're talking about flat Earth, you get to kind of, at least on my quest, go from Christianity to agnostic. I don't know if there's a book of God or not. I don't know what's going on here, right?
True.
We could do that for a while. Back to maybe Christianity again.
Yeah.
Maybe there is some truth here, right? And not saying there's no truth in the Bible.
Right.
But again, it's like when it talks about David Icke and all this, it's like you got to throw some truth in there, or none of it will resonate, and you don't connect with it, and you don't follow it. Right?
You gotta question your heroes. Here you go. Here we go. This is my statement for the end of the show today. On the statement, everything's a lie. The most profound part. Listen, people, because a lot of you are getting fucking wind of flat Earth finally. Took 3.5 years, whatever. Let me tell you, the biggest truth of flat Earth. Listen, no one's saying this. The biggest truth of flat Earth is you must question everything you think you know. That's the whole point of it. I don't give a fuck if you think it's a ball at the end of the day. I don't care. It may not matter in your life. It matters in mine, but it may not matter in yours, okay? But here's the thing. Flat Earth taught me to question fucking literally everything. Now, for years, since I was 21 probably, I've been saying everything's a lie. And it takes a long time to unprogram these lies and study them, because who's got time to go do even rudimentary research? So it takes a lifetime. And I'm here to tell you, I never questioned the shape of the planet. I questioned everything else under the fucking sun, even the sun. I questioned it all, did all my homework, researched my high-tech shit, loved my TV shows, my science fiction. But I never questioned satellites or NASA that much, or radars, or any number of things that flat Earth will lead you to question. I never questioned those things. So I've done countless. I've probably done 100 hours of research on flat Earth, and I've researched shit I never thought I'd research or question, and I've come to find out, man, it's simple. Power and money and evil has always dominated power structures. So people will lie to people for fucking money, power, pussy. That's why you're being frauded. Someone wants to get laid. Someone wants to get rich. Someone wants to fucking have some slaves. Even though no one in America has a collar and a leash and a fucking. But we have virtual collars and leashes, and we have cell phone tracking, we have social security numbers, and we have social media and family and jobs and income and bills. So bottom line, folks, flat Earth is making you question everything, and I mean fucking everything. Don't believe nothing at face value. Even what you fucking experience, question that. If you work for an agency, still question, what have you really seen? What have you really shown? Have you seen numbers on the screen? Have you seen just some graph? Well, some other schmo in another room is doing that graph that you're looking at, or some program was written to put that graph up in your computer that you think is fucking telemetry of a satellite or whatever fucking bullshit. But you have to be, if you can't verify with your own experience and testify in court as a fucking actual witness, you can't fucking argue. It's your opinion and it's your best guess, and that's fine. Say it's your best guess. Say it's your opinion. But fucking question everything, folks. So that's the end of today's show. We did it. We did our first show. Yeah, I think it was pretty good.
30 minutes?
Oh yeah, a little bit over.
Okay, so how I'd like to sign off having this thing. All right, 138. Choose good and sleep.
Yeah, there it is. Choose good and sleep.